I'm Emily of British Girl Bakes, and I'm going to show you how to decorate this pretty textured cake. I've started by mixing a few shades of pink using gel colours, mixing pink, red, and a touch of violet. I've frosted my cake and chilled it for about an hour in the fridge so the frosting has set and it's nice and firm. Using an offset spatula, I'm spreading frosting over a few areas of the cake, not too thickly, but enough to cover up the white buttercream. And I'm overlapping the colours in a few places, but it's mostly a single coat for now. Now with a frosting scraper, I'm smoothing out the frosting, scraping off any excess to leave a thin, flat layer behind, cleaning my frosting smoother after each time I use it so it doesn't smudge the colours together. Because the cake is cold, I'm not damaging the white frosting underneath these pink patches. I'm using my offset spatula to spread some frosting on the top of the cake and smoothing that with my frosting scraper too, tidying up the edges where the frosting has spread out over the side of the cake. The pink frosting patches have already set onto my cold cake, so I can layer other colours now. But if they're still soft and sticky, you can put the cake back in the fridge for 10 or 20 minutes so that they set. With my offset spatula, I'm wiping on some of this very pale pink, spreading it sideways to make little swooshes on top of the other pinks. I'm doing the same thing here, but vertically instead of horizontally, going over them a few times with a bit more frosting until I get the texture I like. I'm doing this in a few places around the cake, and I love the contrast of this raised pale pink frosting over the flat dark pink frosting. Over here I'm doing something similar, but in a more random patch, not such a neat line. And over here, applying the frosting and then patting it with my offset spatula, so that as I pull the spatula off, it pulls little peaks of frosting out with it to make a texture like stiffly whipped cream. Here I'm doing more horizontal swishes, but I'm doing 3 rows. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please click the thumbs up button. I have a large area of white frosting over here, so I'm going to spread on another patch of reddish pink frosting, flattening it with my offset spatula. So if you have empty areas after you've finished using your frosting smoother, don't panic, you can use your offset spatula in narrow areas as well. I have a module on painting on cakes with buttercream in my online course on 10 cake decorating techniques, and I've put the link in the screen and in the description below where you can find out more and sign up. I've mixed a few different shades and sizes of pink ball sprinkles together, and I can pinch and press the large balls into the frosting, but for the smaller balls it would take forever. So I'm dipping my finger in water and then pressing it into the sprinkles so that they stick to my finger, and then I can push them into the frosting wherever I want them to go, angling my finger around to get more coverage. Adding some more of the bigger sprinkles around the cake. And now I'm going to pipe frosting onto the cake with 2 round tips, starting with this 1A tip and piping a triangle of dots. Then with this little number 8 tip, I'm doing the same triangle formation and also some little lines of piped dots. To decorate the top of the cake, I filled 2 piping bags with different shades of pink, and both have 1M star tips. I'm going to be using these gorgeous pink macarons, and I've put the link for where to buy them in the video description below. Using my small round number 8 tip, I'm piping a little line over here at 6 o'clock and pressing a macaron into it, and then another line of frosting opposite it at 12 o'clock to attach another macaron. Now 2 more lines opposite each other in between these macarons. So now they're at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. This is a great way to space things equally around your cake. Now with a line of frosting in between each macaron, I can place the final 4 macarons, and there's the same distance in between each one all around the cake. In between the macarons, I'm piping buttercream wiggles, starting with 1 shade of pink and holding the bag vertically with the tip just above the cake. And as I apply pressure to the bag to push out the buttercream, I'm wiggling my hand from side to side to make the buttercream fold over itself. I'm stopping when I reach the height of the top of the macarons so that all of the wiggles are the same height. I'm using this colour between every other pair of macarons and then switching to the other colour, filling in the gaps so that the wiggles alternate colours. And that's it! A pretty pig-textured cake topped with buttercream wiggles and delicious macarons. I love this technique because it's so versatile. You can really have fun with it, playing around with different colours and textures and create a truly unique cake. Thanks for watching! Subscribe to my channel British Girl Bakes for new cake decorating tutorials every week.